Once upon a time, there was a steam engine waiting at the docks. He was almost the same shape as Thomas, except he was painted silver and had the number 0 on his side tanks. His name was Timothy. He was an old but kind engine, with a broad smile and wrinkles at the end of his mouth. The guard blew his whistle and the driver called out,
"Full steam ahead, Timothy." "Sure thing."
As they departed, all was well, but as they approached the first station, it happened. The driver tried to apply the brakes, but Timothy just sped right through the station without stopping. He began to go faster and faster.
"Timothy, what are you doing?"
There was no reply. Then it went from bad to worse. When the train was diverted onto the wrong line, the driver and fireman gasped in horror as they saw that Timothy was heading straight towards a cliff.
"Timothy, don't! You'll kill us all!" "I'll send you all to the graveyard."
Timothy had crashed through the barriers and plunged into the ravine below. All of the passengers in his coaches were killed on impact. The driver, fireman, and Timothy were also killed. There were no eyewitnesses and no survivors. The wreck was discovered the next day by some workmen. However, they couldn't identify the engine due to being blown up and charred beyond recognition. It was ruled as a normal tragic train accident with brakes failure due to mechanical failure as the cause of the accident. But many workmen will report that a ghost train can be seen haunting the viaduct, cursing and then disappearing. And every year of the day of the accident, it runs again as a warning to others, plunging into the gap, shrieking like a lost soul.
Percy, what are you talking about?
The ghost train. Driver saw it last night.
Where?
Asked Thomas and Toby.
He didn't say. "Oh, it makes my wheels wobble to think about it,"
Ha!
said Thomas.
You're just a silly little engine. I'm not scared.
Thomas didn't believe in your ghost,
said Percy next morning. His driver chuckled.
"Neither do I. It was only a pretend ghost story on the television."
Percy was disappointed. That evening he came back from the harbor. Percy knew where he was, even in the dark. He liked running at night. The rails hummed and the signal light shone green. But a broken car full of wine way ahead, and Sam the farmer had just gone for help. Percy broke the cart into smithereens. Wine flew everywhere. He puffed quickly to the nearest signal box. Percy's driver explained what happened.
"I'll see to it, but you better clean Percy, or people might think he's a ghost."
Percy chuckled.
"Oh, do let's pretend I'm a ghost and scare Thomas. That'll teach him to say I'm a silly little engine."
Toby promised to help. Thomas was being oiled up for his evening train.
Percy's had an accident!
Cried Toby.
Poor engine,
said Thomas.
Botheration. That means I'll be late. They've cleared the line for you, but there's something worse. Out with it, Toby. I can't wait all evening. I've just seen something. It looked like Percy's ghost. It said it was coming here to warn us. Pfft, who cares? Don't be frightened, Toby. I'll take care of you.
of Percy.
No, not by the smoke on my chimney, chim chim.
I'll chuff and I'll puff and I'll break your door in.
Oh dear, it's getting late. Oh, I had no idea. Oh, I must find Annie and Clarabelle. Gotta go.
It was morning when Thomas returned.
Where have you been? Well,
Said Thomas.
I knew you'd be sad about Percy, and I didn't like to intrude. I slept in the goods shed last night, and, Oh, sorry, can't stop. Gotta see a coach about a train.
Percy was none the worse for his adventure, and was still enjoying himself enormously. He had heard everything.
Well, what do you know about that?
Anyone would think that our Thomas had just seen a ghost.